On today's episode, I'm making the Colombian, my take on an amazing hot dog from one of my favorite restaurants in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area, Simon's Hot Dogs. It's perfect for any summer party. Stay tuned. Welcome back to another episode of Plant-Based Dads. I'm Joey. We are a mostly whole food, vegan cooking channel. We do some product reviews. Sometimes there's some episodes with Tim, baking with Tim, sprouting with Tim, fermenting with Tim. If you like what you hear so far, please hit that like button. Show us some love. And please think about subscribing and becoming part of the Plant-Based Dads family. We have new videos every Monday, and you can get these videos a few days early if you become one of our Patreon members. Our Patreons are our team members that are our monthly supporters that help us get the show put together and get the plant-based message out to the general public. If you ever watched the show and thought, how can I help? What can I do to be part of the team? Or if you're part of the Facebook group and it was like, how can I help? What can I do to help out with this? That's how you can help. Become a Patreon member, become part of the team. There'll be a link below this video in the description on how you can do that and join us today. If you've been following us for a while, you know that my son Lex has a gaming channel and my sister April has a Mediterranean diet channel. They're both pictures right here. Lex's channel is just me and him playing games. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes they do up to 3 videos a week. April's channel is all about the Mediterranean diet. She's just getting started. It's a video of me on there doing overnight oats with her. It's a lot of fun, but she'll be doing like makeup and Mediterranean diet stuff. I don't know what that is. So if you get a chance, check out those 2 channels, subscribe to them, and let them know that I sent you. Right now, we're in the middle of our 21-day Starch Solution Challenge. The challenges are designed to get people onto the starch solution, that get them back to eating starches and non-starches again, to get them having food on their plate so they're satisfied and not starving, and to get people off keto and all those other crazy diets that don't give you the nutrients and the actual foods that your body needs to thrive and run and heal. So join our challenge. You can do that by joining the Facebook group, Plant-Based Dads, Starch Solution Enthusiasts. There's a picture of it right here. Join the Facebook group. It's like 8,000 people strong now, and we're really doing a lot of great work there. Or you can just follow along on Instagram or even here on YouTube. The challenge is going to end on July 25th, and then on July 26th, we're going to start a 7-day Mary's Mini challenge. So if you always wondered about Mary's Mini and wanted information about that, there's a link right here to a Mary's Mini video that I did that explains how it all works. And again, in the Facebook group, we'll be doing all that, cheering each other on, showing pictures of our food. It's a lot of fun. Check us out. All right, so today's video, I'm going to talk about vegan hot dogs. And let me tell you why. So here in Phoenix, well, actually in Scottsdale, there's a place called Simon's Hot Dogs. Now, Simon's Hot Dogs isn't a vegan restaurant. It's a hot dog restaurant, right? They have hot dogs and other stuff. But just about everything there can be made vegan. So there's plenty of vegan options. So sometimes when I fall off the wagon, I'll find myself standing right outside Simon's Hot Dogs. And I'll go in there and have the Colombian. And that's my favorite hot dog. It's an amazing meal with a vegan hot dog, one of the brands out there. On top of it, there is some pineapple, there's some type of cheese, and a sauce they put on. We're going to swap it out for something else. And then some crushed potato chips, and it's all vegan. And I absolutely love that hot dog. I love that. I love Simon's. I love going there. But if you're in the area, then you should absolutely check them out because they have some amazing vegan options. What I'm going to do today is recreate the Colombian, my favorite hot dog. I'm going to use Ninigirl's oat hot dog recipe. I'm going to put a link for that right here so you can check out her video. And I'm going to whole food plant-base it up a little bit, a lot. So the whole thing is whole food plant-based. I really think you're going to love it. This is one of my favorite meals to eat when I'm really bad, and now I can eat it without even being bad. So stick around. I can't wait to show you what I did for this. Let's get to the food. First thing we need to make our hot dogs is a large mixing bowl. We're going to add in 2 cups of rolled oats, not the instant kind, the regular traditional rolled oats. Next, we're going to add in 1/4 cup of ground flax meal. After that, it's 1/3 cup of nutritional yeast. Now we're adding 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, and a whole teaspoon of smoked paprika. Now I'm adding a teaspoon of no salt seasoning. I'm using this one right here from Costco, and 1/2 teaspoon of Mrs. Dash seasoning. I actually made this one myself. There's a recipe in the description below the video. Then we're going to take a spoon and mix this together to get it combined. And now it's ready to be cooked. In a medium sauce pot, I'm adding 2 cups of filtered water, and I'm going to bring that to a boil.
Once it starts boiling, I'm going to add in my oats mixture, just trying to get it all in here without it spilling. And then I'm going to take my spoon and mix it all up till it's combined. Once the mix is in there, I'm going to turn the heat down to medium-low. Now I'm just going to stir this up for 2 minutes until it gets combined. Just keep stirring till it's mixed. Don't let it burn, and if it spits at you, then turn down the heat. You can see here it's coming together, it's getting thick, and it's starting to trail. When you push some of the oats away from the bottom and it doesn't quickly just cover up, you can tell it's thickened, that's trailing, and that's what's happening here. When you see that happening, it's done. So I'm going to turn off the heat. Next, I'm going to take the cover and put it on the pot, and I'm going to let it sit for 10 minutes. Once the 10 minutes is up, I'm going to take off the cover and give it a good stir. It's nice and thick. This is exactly what we need for the hot dog filling. For the outside of these hot dogs, I'm using these brown rice spring roll wrapping papers. Then I've got a pie pan of water to dip them in. I've also got my oatmeal mixture, and I've got a baking sheet with parchment paper laid down. Just like spring rolls, I'm going to take one of these wrappers, put it in water, and leave it in there for about 15 seconds. I want to make sure the whole thing gets wet so it becomes pliable. After about 15 seconds, I'm going to take it out. It's still going to be a little stiff, but I'm going to put it on my cutting board. It will get really thin in the next minute as I'm working with it, but right now it'll still be a little stiff. Next, I'm going to take my hands and get a small handful of the oat mix. I'm just going to kind of make a ball out of it and squish it together to get it tight. And then as I'm doing that, I'm going to try and get it into more of a cylindrical shape. And you can just kind of do this by hand. You don't have to have it perfect, but I want to kind of get a hot dog shape or a brat shape out of it. And you can see here that's what I'm doing very primitively. And then I'm just going to start rolling it up. I always suck at rolling stuff up, so just bear with me. But you kind of roll it forward and then bring the sides in, and roll it forward and bring the sides in, and you keep going until you have it all completed. The paper is now nice and pliable, and it will stick to itself. And I mean, that's it. I just put it on the baking sheet, and I go to the next one. You can see here it's the same thing. You can make them whatever size you want. Don't make them too big or they won't fit on the hot dog bun. Really, these were too big, but I made them work anyway. So here they are, all rolled up. I got 7 out of these. I probably should have been able to get 10, but let's just go with this. Now it's time to toss them in a preheated oven at 400 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. I used convection and mine were done in 25 minutes. And here they are. They're stiff, they're ready to go in the bun. It's time to assemble our hot dogs. Wait till you see the next part.
So as you can see, it's not the traditional hot dog, but it's definitely a whole food plant version of this. And Ninigirl's recipe, I had this at her house, and it was really good, so I really wanted to do something with it. But at the same time, I wanted to be able to duplicate that hot dog that I love at Simon's. So let's get started. So I've got one of the hot dogs that I made right here, and I guess you can call it a brat or whatever you call these things. I don't know if it's actually a hot dog, but I'm just going to call it a hot dog. And I've got these buns that Tim made me. I really could not find oil-free hot dog buns anywhere, so Tim made this for me, and he's going to be having a video at some point of how to make hot dog buns. But for now, just know this is a 3-ingredient bun that he made, and I'll put the recipe in the description below, so if you want to make those, you can make them too. So I've got my hot dog, I've got my hot dog bun. Now, Simon's puts on some toppings, and the first thing they do is they put some pineapple. I know it sounds odd. I was not on board when I first heard it, but they told me to try this and they said I would like it, and I did. So they're right on the money with this. So I've just got some crushed pineapple here, just out of the can, and I'm just going to lay that on top of here the best I could. All right, then after that, Simon's puts on some cheese. I am obviously not putting cheese on, but I am going to use my cheesy sauce, the cauliflower cheese sauce, or you can use the cashew sauce. I mean, I'm trying to do fat-free, so I'm using the cauliflower cheese sauce. So I'm just going to kind of drizzle that on here. Just kind of a nice little layer there. And then next, they put on something called the Simon sauce. And that's a mixture of Thousand Island dressing and mustard. It's really hard to get a fat-free, vegan, whole food plant-based Thousand Island dressing. So I'm going to use some barbecue sauce. And this is Rib Rack barbecue sauce. Rib Rack barbecue sauce is almost all whole food. It is all whole food, but it does have some sugar in it because it's barbecue sauce. But there's no oil in it. It's only good stuff. So I'm going to put this on here and just kind of give it a little drizzle right there. It's looking really good. And then the last thing they put on is they crush up, I know this sounds really good, right? They crush up potato chips and they sprinkle it on top. I'm not going to do potato chips because, again, I can't find oil-free potato chips. So I've got some oil-free corn flakes. Now, not the Kellogg's version, but the Sprouts Whole Foods cornflakes. There's a picture of it right here. These are just, I think it's just the corn, some salt, and a very little bit of sugar, and that's everything that's in it. So I'm going to sprinkle that on top right here. This kind of gives it a little crunch while you're eating it. All right, it's looking pretty good there. And that's looking really nice. And then I'm going to take some of my oven baked fries, my steak fries, I don't know what to call them other than that, maybe wedgies, and I'm going to lay those right on here on the plate. All right, so there you can see we have an amazing hot dog, Colombian dog, if you're buying it at Simon's, and I can't wait to give this a shot. You've got the hot dog, which you can barely see with the toppings. You've got the pineapple on there. You can see the beautiful little drizzle of the barbecue sauce, the cheesy sauce, and the crumbles on top. So I'm really excited to try this. Let's see what it tastes like. I mean, I already know it's going to be good, but let's give it a shot anyway. All right, Nini, I'm using your hot dog recipe. Let's see how it comes out. Oh, wow. Wow. This is so good. It's absolutely delicious. It's definitely not the exact taste of Simon's because they're using stuff that I just can't use. But it is very similar. You can tell that it's inspired by that hot dog. Absolutely delicious. I'm gonna try one of these steak fries here. The steak fries are absolutely delicious. So I have a video right here that tells you how to make these steak fries, these wedgies. They're really good, check those out. They're easy to prepare and have ready to go all week long. So that's one of the things I like about them. All right, so it's the summer. You're gonna have plenty of opportunity to go to picnics and go, well, not in Arizona, it's 118 degrees, but probably where you live, go to picnics, have lunches in the park and do all that stuff. Go to barbecues at someone's house. And this is a great opportunity to bring something with you that you could eat and still feel like you're enjoying the festivities. So my version of the Colombian from Simon's Hot Dogs, if you go to Simon's Hot Dogs, tell them Joey at Plant-Based Dad sent you and I said hello. One of my favorite places to eat in the Phoenix area. All right, folks, that's our video for today. Please hit that like button. Show us some love. What's not to like? We've got vegan hot dogs. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. You'll get notified every time we have a new video. If there's baking with Tim, fermenting with Tim, sprouting with Tim, that'll be on Saturdays. And please leave a comment below. You know I love to answer them. Are you doing vegan hot dogs? Are you doing carrot dogs? Are you doing these oat dogs? Have you tried this recipe? What are your thoughts on this? Are you just like, nah, I can't replace hot dogs? Or are you like me who hasn't had a hot dog in 15 years and is like, you know what? I'm willing to give this a shot and give this a try. I'd like to have the experience again. All right, folks, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.